Pat McAfee was named honorary coach for the Texas Longhorns men's basketball team and seems to be close with head coach Chris Beard, even to go so far as to create a hype video that some West Virginia fans are up in arms about. Join Couz and I as we discuss the impact and fallout right here on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football.
This is for Cameron.
What's up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and you have landed once again at Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Got a special guest today, somebody you've seen me on his show, and this will be his first time coming on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, something I'm really excited about. One of my good friends in this industry, Couz. How we doing, Couz?
What's up, Paul? Thanks for having me on, brother.
Man, glad to have you on. So you had mentioned this to me last night. You'd asked if I'd seen this. And then once I looked into it, I said, man, why don't we just make a video about it? Just talk about it, see where each other stands on the situation, because I think some fans are overreacting a little bit. I'm going to walk everybody through what happened, and then you and I can discuss it afterwards. I've got some screenshots, comments that were left on there that I don't necessarily agree with, but we'll get to that. Last night, if anybody missed it, Pat McAfee, he posted this. Let's go at Texas men's basketball. Honored to coach this team. Tonight, we find out what we are, where we are, and who we are. And this is just another shot of what it looked like. You saw Pat McAfee sitting in a burnt orange chair with the Texas logo plainly behind him. It looks like maybe their practice facility. And this is what he said during the video. This just didn't happen overnight. No. We built this. We earned this. And now we defend it. Every shot, every sprint, every drop of sweat, everything we do is for the culture, for the brand. Now let's remind some folks who the hell we are. It's going down. And then throughout the game, you saw he was posting things like this. These Texas basketball boys are buzzing. The Moody is loud. We got the let's go with the blowout. They blew out Gonzaga. And then I started looking down, and it was all West Virginia comments. No Patrick Horns down. No Patrick Horns down. This hurts. We still love you in West Virginia, Pat. We need to fix this. He's been welcomed back. This ain't it, Chief. Massive middle finger to West Virginia University. And then that person also went on to say something about 13-9. So I went ahead and scribbled that out. It has nothing to do with this situation.
That irritates me.
Couz, what's your reaction to all this, man?
When I first saw it, I was a little frustrated at it myself, not going to lie, at him for doing it. But then I sit back and try to reflect before I pass judgment. And I thought, number one, it's a basketball game, not a football game. If it had been a football game, I probably would have been irate about it. Number two, I'm not Pat McAfee. I don't know what his feelings are towards Mountaineer basketball. I don't know any of that stuff. Who am I to sit here and say he shouldn't have done that? And he could be getting paid for that. If so, that's his job. Pat McAfee is a spokesperson. He's a media personality. So, if he's getting paid for that, I can't fault him. Number three, I just don't understand aggravation. I get it, but making comments like 13-9 and crap that's the reason Pat McAfee doesn't come back. Crap like that. Just a day ago or 2 days ago, we were on Twitter begging administration to get a relationship with Pat McAfee, beg him to come back. And now you're going to dog him on Twitter. Guess whose fault it is he don't come back? Ours. It's not the administration's fault. Neil Brown has reached out to Pat McAfee based on what I've heard and welcomed him back. Matter of fact, I think he did come back once to visit during Neil's tenure. To say he doesn't love West Virginia or anything, if you go back 1 to 2 days, I guess back to Monday when Shane Lyons the announcement was that Shane Lyons got fired, he put out a tweet about it. Basically, in a nutshell, he said, I don't have a relationship with anybody at WVU Athletics right now. This appears like a great move for West Virginia to be successful. And at the end of that statement, he said, it's a great place. What else do we want from him?
Right.
Do we want him to move to Morgantown? I mean, I don't know what people expect from Pat McAfee. The guy has
he's pulled a lot of different directions, man.
He's an entertainment media guy. Now, if he got on there and did that for Pitt, if he did it for Texas football, it'd be different in my opinion. But Pat McAfee wasn't a basketball player. He'd feel like he's obligated to support West Virginia basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't a basketball player. No, I think we're overreacting. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I heard rumors that him and Chris Beard are good friends.
They're good friends, correct.
If that's the case, I would do that for a buddy if they asked me to, you know?
Sure.
I mean, obviously nobody's going to ask me because I'm not Pat McAfee, but you get my point.
He's literally a hype man. That's in his DNA. Yeah. If you looked at any West Virginia sideline during his career, he had a towel and he was going at it. You know, that's just what he is. That's what he likes to do. He likes to build people up. The first feeling I felt was jealousy. You know, I was jealous. It's almost like seeing your girl with somebody else. I love to see him do that for West Virginia basketball. I would love it to the ends of the earth.
Absolutely.
Do I dislike that he did it for Texas? I dislike it. But do I respect him? He can make any choice he wants. I respect that. I don't know the ins and outs of why they named him an honorary coach. I don't even know exactly what that means. Pat's a good dude, man. You know, he's gone through a lot from us. And for people to talk about 13-9 and keep bringing that back up, we're never going to see him in Morgantown on an annual basis at all if that keeps happening. There's just so many things that we're missing out on with him. And also, he's just so busy, man. He's not ever going to have time to be a presence in Morgantown like you might see a Stedman Bailey or somebody like that. He's just too busy.
Whoever our new AD is, I hope they reach out to Pat, figure out some way to form a relationship. Is whether he's a spokesperson for us, whether he is part of the Country Roads Trust, supposedly helps mentor athletes and things like that. So that's, it's not like he's not doing anything for West Virginia, and he's not getting paid for that. And let's not forget, when he got that big contract with FanDuel, he gave a lot of money to the West Virginia Children's Hospital.
That's true. That's a good point.
Pat McAfee loves West Virginia University. I have no doubt in my mind. I mean, he puts a freaking jersey behind him every day on his show, doesn't he?
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say. What two jerseys do you see behind him every day? At least when I see it's lives, he's got 40,000 people in the chat and gets millions of views. Pat McAfee is the most famous former football player in the world right now. I mean, and that's not even an overstatement.
Pat McAfee, if we embrace him the right way, meaning West Virginia University, I say we like I'm a representative, but I'm sorry I can't help it. But if West Virginia University would embrace him, make him part of the program somehow, whether it's a spokesperson, pay him if you have to. I don't give a flip. Dude, he's on WWE. He could be representing West Virginia everywhere he goes. I don't understand. Like the guys on 365 Sports said the other day, the fact that we haven't embraced Pat McAfee as a university is baffling to me. And now maybe they have. Maybe it's Pat's choice to stay away. I don't want to automatically assume it's the university. Because like I said, I do know Neil Brown. One of the first things he did was reach out to a bunch of the former players and try to get them back in the fold. So he has tried to do that, to my understanding. Has he done it enough? I don't know, because I'm not in the building. But I do know he's done it more than the previous staff did, because they almost kept people away from what I've heard. So I do think there's improvement there. Could they do more? Probably so. I know, he's had people back like Will Greer and people like that talking to the team, and, they've done some things with old players, former players. I know I'm kind of changing gears here, but I think we also need to stop bashing the current staff, because I think they have reached out to former players and Pat himself.
Tell everybody where they can find you. Plug your Twitter handle as well if you want.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Couz206, at COUZ206, and then I'm on Instagram at Couz's Corner 206. I have a Facebook page, Couz's Corner, but I'm on YouTube, my Couz's Corner YouTube page, YouTube channel. I do 4 or 5 videos a week, probably something like that, over West Virginia football, Big 12 football. And then Paul and I have actually started a new channel called From the Hills to cover West Virginia and Big 12 basketball as well. So you guys come check us out over there. But yeah, come check me out.
Yeah. First of all, if you got a second after the video, go over to Couz's Corner and subscribe. And then go straight to Hoops from the Hills and do the same. We really appreciate that. We're trying to get more exposure for the West Virginia brand. We're trying to represent this state and the university, even though we're not affiliated with it, in a respectful way. Really appreciate you guys for stopping by here on Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Like I said, guys, please check out Couz and Couz's Corner. He's one of the best content creators out there, period, not just with West Virginia football or basketball. He's really good at what he does. He's one of my big inspirations to get into this, somebody I truly respect. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, guys. Really appreciate you guys for stopping in. Do us a favor, down in the comments, tell us how you feel about the Pat McAfee situation. Did it make you mad? Were you upset? Is it something you're neutral on? We'd like to really hear your feedback. Thank you for stopping by. This is Mountaineer Paul, and we are out.
This is for Cameron. Tim Kim.